Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to see about text. So, to be very specific, we are going to leverage this Microsoft Azure AI language. Yeah, so basically if you use this service from Azure, it can help you in various ways. For example, if you want to detect the sentiment of your a paragraph or your text, okay. So the sentiment could be either positive, it could be negative, it could be neutral as well. Okay. So this AI will help us to detect the sentiment. Okay. Other thing is it may help us to detect the language as well. So let's say if you are working, if your company working across the globe and your customers sometimes they are sending your what do we call email or queries in different languages, so you can automatically divert the let's say if you have German, French, Chinese, different kind of languages or English, so you want to send the information or queries to a particular department. Okay, so this was just basic example. Okay, now let's go and start creating the resource, and then we'll also see using code how we can leverage all this. Okay, so we'll simply go here and I will search for my language resource. Language resource. Sorry, language service. Alright, so I'm going to leverage this one. I will say create. Okay, and here if you see, it helps us to detect the sentiment, the key phrases, pre-built question answering, conversation language understanding, these features, text summarization, and the text analytics for health as well. So I'm not going to select any of them. We'll create separate videos for this custom question answering and for this one as well. So I can simply say here continue. Okay, now here the first thing is that I need to make sure I'm selecting my correct resource group. Then again my reason, I can give some good name to my this language service, and here I can select for my tiers. So let me select this one. Okay, and here so basically it is mandatory, by checking this box, I certify I have reviewed and acknowledge the terms in this responsible AI notice. Okay, you can go through this documentation again, not very much important. The AI generated information may be incorrect, right? So I will simply create, it will run some validation, and you can again verify all your information. You can apply tags, you can check the this network security, and I will create this. Okay, by the time the resource is getting deployed, okay, I think here it has deployed now. Okay, it is deploying. Okay, so in my next tab, what I can do, I can connect to my PowerShell because I need to write my Python code in order to do testing and everything. So I will say apply here. I can maximize my screen. We'll switch to my classic version. Alright, so here the first thing is that I need to clone a repo because I don't have any sample code with myself, so I will use the Microsoft sample one. It is authenticating. I'll wait for a second. Yeah, here we go. So the first thing is that I'm going to clone a repository. So I will say clone this repo. So here this repo will be cloned for me. Okay. Now once this repo is cloned, and the next section here would be to install this, this Python variable and everything. Oh, I think I forget one thing here. Even before that, I need to, navigate to a particular location. Okay, let me close this. Close. All right. So the first thing is that I will type this command so that I can go inside this Learn AI language, inside this my lab files, and then here specifically inside my this one. So I'm going to leverage this piece of code here, but I have stopped it halfway, so I will complete this. Lies text Python. Then we have text analysis. AML analysis. Alright. So I'm exactly now here inside this folder. Okay, so the first thing is that now I can run this command here. So basically Python m environment variable, so which will create this one. Then I will activate this script, and then it will install all the required packages that I have inside this requirement.txt file. I can press enter. Okay, so by the time it is now completing here, I can see this sample code. So here if you see nothing, clearing code, getting the configuration. Here we'll add the endpoint of my this service, my this language service, and here see I can get the language, I can get the entities, etc., etc. So first thing what I will do, you can go to this repo GitHub. So you can simply search for D365 Sagar. Oh, sorry, it was Sagar D365. Alright. So here if you will come here, so you need to use this one code. And this one. Yeah, this one I think. I think not this one. Yeah, I think this one is the correct code. So you can copy this code and paste it here. Okay. Now let's first of all try to focus what this code is doing. But even before that, let me add my this Okay, so what I can do, I can come here, I can go to my resource. Okay, here is my this language. So this is my URL, endpoint URL. Okay, I can come here, services.azure.com. We have AI, okay, but we don't, okay, no worries here. So I can add this URL here. Foundry endpoint. Alright, and now let me go to this code here. Alright, the name is not good because this is a language service. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so now let's focus specifically in this code. Okay, and before that, I think that is fine. Yeah, before that I want to show you this here. So if you see inside this review folder, we have some text. Okay, so you see this is a text. This is again a text. We have these 5 text files. Okay, and now I will go towards my code and let's try to understand what the code is doing. So in a high level, what this code is doing, it is going to read all the content from this reviews, and then it will tell whether what is the sentiment, entities. So entities are the main keywords. Okay, then links, language, and etc., etc. Okay, so first of all, let's run this code first. Okay, then we'll see. Okay, so let me clear all this, and here I can run my code. So I will need to simply type this. Okay, and I will press enter. Okay, API key is not defined in here. So guys, here there are issues. Okay, so the first issue is that it requires the endpoint and case. So for example, what I mean to say is, go to my resource group, I go to my language here. So in order to connect to language, we need this endpoint and we need these keys. Okay, now we have the endpoint here. Okay, so we need to do certain modification in the code. Okay, so the first thing is that here, instead of this Foundry endpoint, we can say something else. For example, I can say this as AI endpoint. Okay, so let me go here. So here what I will do, when you will do this lab, so you need to add it manually. So here simply say AI endpoint. Okay, and inside this AI endpoint, you have simply provided this URL. Okay, then similarly add AI key as well. Okay, and inside your AI key, you can, yeah, inside your AI key, you can grab the key from here, come at this location, copy, and add your key here. Okay, once you do that, then accordingly go to your code, and here if you see, we have this Foundry endpoint, right? Now I have changed it to my AI endpoint. Okay, go back here, make it small first, save AI endpoint. I will copy this and let me go to code here, and here I will give the AI endpoint. Okay, so that the AI endpoint can be grabbed from here. Okay, similarly for AI key, okay, I can create a variable named as AI key, and here also I can get it from my this OS get environment, and here I can say AI underscore key. Now let me save this. Okay, now if I run my code, it should work. Alright, here, yeah, so if you see here, so we have provided 4 text file, correct? Yeah, so it, see, this is the first text file. This was the data. It was able to find that the language is English, sentiment is mixed, and the key phrases are also here. Okay, and entities. So for example, the basic keywords. Okay, again the links from where this data is taken from, Wikipedia, and this is the hotel wiki. Okay, then again all this information. Similarly, it reviews the second file. It provided the sentiment and all the basic information. Then again language and sentiment was positive. So this was a different language. So the language is French. Okay, this is a French language, and I don't know what does it mean. Okay, and it provided everything here. Okay, similarly for this one, so it's a negative sentiment. Okay, tired hotel with poor service, blah blah blah. So everything seems to be negative here, so it detects the sentiment and everything. Okay, now let's go through code once. So here the first thing is that you need to use this credential and this text analytics client as you are using your language service. Here you are simply clearing your console. Here you can get your environment variable information, your endpoint name, and your this language AI key, and here the variables where these values will be stored. Then here you are providing your folder's name, and then you are going to read the file. Okay, and once you read the file inside your text, then you are going to detect your language. Okay, so if you see this detected language, you are using the primary language dot name. Okay, then similarly here you are using your sentiment. Okay, and then similarly here now you are using your this key phrases. You are using your get entities. Okay, linked entities, etc, etc, not etc, like this complete. Then here is your exception code, and this is your main function from where the actual calling of the code happens. I hope that is clear now. So I'm going to update this code into my repos as well. So thank you for watching this video.